Before he was winning Oscars and leading billion-dollar blockbusters, Leonardo DiCaprio was just a teenage heartthrob trying to prove he was more than a pretty face. From soap operas and sitcoms to Scorsese epics and cultural landmarks, his transformation into one of the most respected actors of our time didn't happen overnight.
Julian!
This is the story of how Leonardo DiCaprio went from teen idol to Oscar-winning legend, a career defined by risk, reinvention, and relentless ambition. Leonardo DiCaprio's career began modestly. After early appearances in commercials and educational programs, he landed recurring roles on television, including the soap opera Santa Barbara in 1990 and the popular family sitcom Growing Pains in 1991.
After she died, he started drinking all the time. He didn't care how much he hurt me.
Even then, he stood out, not just because of his charm, but because of a sharp intensity behind his eyes. That intensity would lead him to the big screen. His film debut came with Critters 3, released in 1991, a low-budget horror sequel that most actors would prefer to forget. But it was his next role that changed everything. In 1993, DiCaprio starred alongside Robert De Niro in This Boy's Life, released that same year. As Toby, a troubled teen resisting an abusive stepfather, DiCaprio delivered a raw, fearless performance that stunned audiences and critics alike. Suddenly, the teen idol had everyone's attention.
Ladies?
I love a man knows how to dress.
He's so appealing. What a dope.
That same year, he followed it up with What's Eating Gilbert Grape, released in 1993. Playing Arnie Grape, a boy with developmental disabilities, DiCaprio was only 19 years old, but his performance earned him his first Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor. It was a powerful confirmation. This wasn't just a young star, this was a generational talent. In the years that followed, DiCaprio took on a range of roles that showcased both his ambition and his range. He played a poet in Total Eclipse, released in 1995 opposite David Thewlis, and portrayed dual roles in The Man in the Iron Mask, released in 1998. But it was Romeo and Juliet, released in 1996, that made him an icon. Baz Luhrmann's modern, stylistic reimagining of Shakespeare's tragedy introduced DiCaprio to a global audience. He was magnetic, passionate, rebellious, and impossibly charismatic.
Hi, me.
Speak again, right, Angel?
Then came Titanic, released in 1997. James Cameron's romantic epic broke box office records and made DiCaprio the face of a generation. As Jack Dawson, he became a global phenomenon. But fame of that magnitude can be dangerous, and DiCaprio knew it. Rather than coast on heartthrob status, he pivoted. Instead of chasing blockbusters, he chased credibility. And here's where everything changed. What DiCaprio did next could have ended his stardom, but it became the start of his reinvention. The early 2000s marked a shift, a deliberate transformation. He began collaborating with some of the greatest directors in cinema. In 2002, he starred in Gangs of New York, the first of many films with director Martin Scorsese. That same year, he took on the role of real-life conman Frank Abagnale Jr. in Steven Spielberg's Catch Me If You Can, released in 2002. Both roles signaled that DiCaprio wasn't afraid to challenge himself or his audience. In 2004, he transformed completely for The Aviator, playing the brilliant and tormented Howard Hughes. The film earned him another Oscar nomination, and his partnership with Scorsese deepened. Over the next decade, the two would create a string of acclaimed films. The Departed, released in 2006, Shutter Island in 2010, and the layered roles with directors like Christopher Nolan in Inception, released in 2010, Quentin Tarantino in Django Unchained, released in 2012. These weren't safe choices. Finally, in 2016, after 5 previous Oscar nominations, DiCaprio won the Academy Award for Best Actor for his grueling performance in The Revenant, released in 2015. The role was punishing. Shot in brutal conditions, it required DiCaprio to dive into the primal core of human survival. The win wasn't just a recognition of one film, it was a tribute to decades of dedication. But even after reaching that long-awaited milestone, DiCaprio didn't slow down. In 2019, he starred in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood under Tarantino again, giving a nuanced, often hilarious performance as an aging TV actor trying to find his place in a changing industry.
My booze don't need nobody. Whoop. Here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh.
It was self-aware, vulnerable, and deeply personal.
You're a good friend, Cliff.
I tried.
Beyond acting, DiCaprio has used his platform to advocate for environmental causes, producing documentaries and funding global conservation efforts. He's become more than an actor. He's a force in both cinema and the world beyond it. From the boy on Growing Pains to the man who helped redefine modern Hollywood, Leonardo DiCaprio's rise is a testament to persistence, passion, and purposeful reinvention. He didn't just evolve, he elevated, and in doing so, he carved out a place not just among the greats of his generation, but in the history of cinema itself.
Jack! I'm sorry!
If you followed Leo's journey or have a favorite role that left a mark on you, let us know. We'd love to hear what performance you think defines his legacy. Because some careers rise fast, but only a few truly rise forever.